Tick tock, tick tock. Hear that? That's the sound of America's national debt clock accelerating to uncharted territories. Every second, the numbers spiral, raising a critical question echoing across the nation. How much debt is too much, and what happens when we hit the limit? Economic uncertainty means you have to keep up with what's happening. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll keep you in the know. Warnings about America's unsustainable fiscal path are growing, and those sounding the alarm are among the most credible in economic policy. During a recent appearance at the Economic Club of New York, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell himself admitted the path we're on is unsustainable, adding, "We'll have to get off that path sooner rather than later." But what does that mean exactly? How much is too much? Nathan Sheets, Citigroup's global chief economist, says there may be no way to know until it's too late. There is no way to predict danger thresholds or the amount of debt that is simply too much. As for when that threshold might be reached, Penn Wharton had this to say. Under current policy, the United States has about 20 years for corrective action, after which no amount of future tax increases or spending cuts could avoid the government defaulting on its debt. Penn Wharton analysts additionally warned that, unlike technical defaults where payments are merely delayed, this default would be much larger and would reverberate across the U.S. and world economies. Some years ago, economist and public policy expert Leonard Berman, along with several colleagues, assessed that one of the first reactions would be that Treasury rates would surge. As investors update their beliefs about the future solvency of the U.S. government, simultaneously the U.S. dollar would fall precipitously as investors rush out of U.S. bonds. And that wouldn't necessarily be the worst of it. The more dramatic scenario involves an immediate freezing of the U.S. Treasury market altogether, and an inability of the U.S. government to roll over debt. Leonard Berman and Associates made it clear. The United States has no reliable way of avoiding a debt crisis as long as it accumulates more debt. In fact, Bank of America analyst Michael Hartnett recently suggested the U.S. is on pace to accumulate debt at a stunning pace of $218 million per hour for the next 10 years. That would result in America's gross national debt, which right now is nearly $34 trillion, surging $20 trillion higher by 2033, a 60% increase in just the next decade. Worst-case fiscal scenarios were once inconceivable, and the fact that they are being actively considered by prominent economists underscores just how important it is for retirement savers to prepare for this storm. That's why I suggest you take the time to learn more about what's really going on in the economy by attending our exclusive one-on-one web conference at AugustaPreciousMetals.com/webconference.